So in the previous video, I was talking about how this girl taught me how to cheat on tests early on in elementary school, and how that affected me, and it affected me in a positive way. I'm not advocating cheating by all means. I'm saying it changed me, and it changed me because since then, when I started cheating on that test, in those tests, I started getting 80s, 90s, 100% like throughout that entire year. And one, it actually placed me into sort of the gifted, talented group of kids from then on, which which is something else I'll cover. But people started seeing me differently. You know, the sort of troublemaker kids didn't sort of invite me to do trouble stuff. They started asking me for help, asking me for answers, just treating me differently, but in a positive way. Uh, what sticks out the most there is, especially in that class, there was this award. It was like tickets to Disneyland or something like that for the most outstanding student in that year. And I remember this because I don't think it was fair, and yeah, it still sticks with me. And don't get me wrong, yes, I am butthurt, and yes, I understand that that's just life, but I didn't understand it at the time, and to this day, I still think it's bullshit. So so for the whole year, I was getting like 90s, 99s. Oh, by the way, that's when I realized, like, holy shit, I actually like medicine. I like studying biology. I like studying cell makeup and stuff. But I'm digressing. Back to why I think that was bullshit. So there was this award that was about to be given to kids that in that class excelled. And I'm like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, I'm gonna get those tickets because who else has 100%? Who else is excelling in sort of in this year? And I didn't get the tickets. The kid that got the ticket or the tickets was a kid that barely scratched a C average in test. And I was vocal about it. I was like, wait a second, like why did he get them if he's barely getting a C in every single test? He's super quiet, but I didn't understand. And the teacher said, because sometimes we need encouragement. Sometimes we're at such a low point that progress is progress, and we have to applaud that to continue that progress. I don't know what the fuck she was talking about as a kid. I was still mad. But looking back, that was wise, and I was wrong. And that's why I stood out. The other thing that stood out was, like I said, after that, I was put into sort of like a gifted magnet, group of kids. And then the next class or the next year, I was with the kids that were excelling. But even in that class, there was another group of kids that were excelling over everyone else, and I was in that group. So it was like five of us. So we were reading at higher levels, we were doing math at higher levels, um, and we were doing sort of other stuff. And I remember that for our little small project, and I think this was like fifth grade. The teacher asked us, "Hey, let's do Billy Goat's Gruff as a play for everyone during like a rainy day." We read the book as a small 5 team group. We took down notes. We all decided, okay, you're gonna be the troll, Armando, and I was like, yeah, all right, cool. And I was the class clown at that point. And the teacher pulled me to the side and said, "Hey, man, if you screw this up, and if you start cracking jokes, you're gonna be in deep trouble." And I was like, okay. So I go, I we set up the room so that there were two tables, and I was under the tables. The Billy Goat Gruff, the troll, he lives under the bridge, and the as the my teammates would go over the tables, like sort of crawl. Um, I would say my line, and everybody would laugh, but I was saying it, in a way where that is in line with not joking, taking it seriously. Well, anyways, the kids loved it. It was great. I'm not going to win any fucking Academy Awards or anything like that, but it was awesome. Uh, but here's the weird thing. After that, the teacher was super upset with me. He pulled me to the side. He said, I warned you. Now go stand in that corner. And I fucking kid you not. I stood in that corner from the morning to the very end of class. Nope, I didn't go to get breakfast. I didn't go to recess, and I didn't go to lunch. I stood on that fucking corner. And it helped me realize something. It helped me realize that I hated people in authority. Like it hit me. So he told me, okay, you can go home now. And I didn't say anything to him. I just said, okay. I left. Since then, since that point for the rest of that year, I didn't talk to him. Like nothing. And ever since then, well, not ever since then, but for a very long time, I really had a very negative view of authority figures. Like, okay, you're not really here to help me. You're here to see where can I fuck up. And that wasn't healthy. But it didn't stop me from actually moving forward and really excelling in my careers and in studies or in general life. And I'll stop there.